I just got this farm fresh egg from my nesting box, and I want to know if it's fertile. How do you tell? Well, the easiest way to tell if a chicken egg is fertilized is to crack it open and look to see if there is a bullseye. And what I mean by a bullseye is you have the egg yolk, and on that yellow or orange egg yolk is a white germinal disc. It's a small, round, white circle. If there is another circle around the germinal disc and it looks like a bullseye, like a target, that is a fertilized egg. I just kept cracking eggs in the hopes of finding a non-fertile egg to show you the difference. You're either going to see a white germinal disc with no ring around it, and that is an unfertilized egg, but any egg yolk that has a germinal disc with a circle around that white germinal disc forming a target sign, that is a fertilized egg. So it's pretty easy to tell the difference, but don't worry about all these eggs I just cracked open because I'm having those for dinner. They will not go to waste, that's for sure. Farm fresh eggs are delicious to eat. Now, if you don't want to eat the egg that you found in the nesting box, but you want to hatch a chick from that egg, you don't want to crack the egg open, you would want to place that egg in an incubator and allow that to incubate. If the egg is fertilized, an embryo will begin to develop. Typically, I candle my eggs at 7 days into the incubation process so I can get a good visual of movement and the small embryo developing at that point. Now, candling the egg means you would take a flashlight and shine that light through the egg. Now, what you're looking for is a small black dot inside with some red veins around it. Typically with candling, I don't see developing until about 4 or 5 days in, but that does depend on the embryo and how quickly it develops. So you do have to be patient. Inside, if this is a fertilized egg, at around 7 days into incubation, you should see a small black circle, you should see some movement, and you should see some red veins developing inside of the egg. And that means that your embryo is developing. So that would be a fertilized egg. If you're not seeing any veins, you're not seeing that black spot, it just looks all lit up and yellow, that at 7 days is an unfertilized egg. That is not going to develop an embryo. In order for an egg to be fertilized, just want to put it out there that you do have to have a rooster that mates with a hen for the hen to be able to hatch a fertilized egg. A rooster's sperm through mating is what's going to fertilize the egg. Hens can lay eggs without the assistance of a rooster. They will naturally lay eggs. They just won't be fertilized if there is no rooster involved in the process. If you're interested in hatching your own chicks, definitely check out my Hatching Eggs Tips and Tricks playlist. So in that playlist, you're gonna find videos that talk about how to store your hatching eggs, how to wash your hatching eggs prior to incubation, the type of incubator you should use, as well as a detailed video on how to incubate your eggs in an incubator from start to finish. And then finally, a video called The Secret to 100 Hatch Rate, where I share my secret on how I was able to get 100% hatch rate in my incubator. So you should definitely check those videos out. And if you haven't started your farm yet, what are you waiting for? Get your farm on.
Like and subscribe! And give a thumbs up.
1, 2, 3, 4. Do you want a farm? A wicked awesome farm? Watch this channel to learn what to do. We love to farm and we'll show you.